Hello, friends. So, recently I started a catering business. I have always loved to cook, it's my love language. It's something I'm very passionate about. Food, eating, any of those things, that is my domain. So, I decided a few months back, about 3 months back, to start it as a business, as a catering business, and I really feel like it's something that God has called me to do. And so I'm very excited about that. So basically, I make Afro fusion food. Since I'm American, I'm Nigerian by blood. And if you guys hear any noise, I'm next to a window, so pardon me for that. But anyway, so since I am Nigerian and I'm not Nigerian by blood and American by citizenship, I thought what a better way to express my identity than through food. So I make Afrofusion foods. And so I got that started, and I'm gradually building my customer base and everything. So I'm really excited for what God is going to do and how things are going to look down the line. And so, at my local church, I serve in the teens department. And one day I thought, okay, let me make some food for the teenagers. And I had several reasons for that. So, number one, they will get served the exact same food every single Sunday. So I thought, like, why not just make them something different? And two, which was my main reason, was that I wanted to practice my skills. So any opportunity to practice, free or not, I will do it, just to ensure that I am honing my craft and improving every single time. So, and then the last reason was that, okay, they can sample my food and I will have an opportunity to also market myself, so that when people taste my food, they know like how my food tastes and what I'm about. And maybe a customer could maybe like a future customer could taste the food and then order from me. So you never know. So those are the reasons why I decided to do that. And so I was making, so my, again, this was free. I volunteered to do it with my own money. It wasn't paid or anything, and all of that. So this, I was going to cook 3 separate dishes for 80 people. And mind you, the most I have cooked for at a time is 40 people. So this is double what I've ever done before. So that was that. So I began prepping and cooking, and the order was for 9 o'clock in the morning Sunday. So I was awake from like 11 p.m. the previous night. Okay, so I did not sleep at all. I did not sleep at all that day. And one of the dishes I made is called jollof rice. And if you're Nigerian or know a Nigerian, you know what jollof rice is. And so, mind you, I made jollof rice 1,001 times, so I know how to make it. But once I was done cooking and I tasted the rice, I realized that part of it was mushy and part of it was like underdone. And I think it was because I tried not a new method, but like because the order was so large, I didn't really take into account the temperature and how everything was supposed to cook evenly, because it was such a large amount of rice. So in the end, the rice did not taste how I wanted it to taste. The texture was off. It was just off. But then by that time there was no fixing it. It was time to go to church and drop the food off. And so I served the food at church, but then when I got home, I was like, I really beat myself up. I was really, really disappointed in myself. And I know that for some people, they'll be like, well, it was free, so like, why are you so bothered? But for me, I believe that the food I make is a craft. Cooking is a craft, and And my craft and whatever I create, I believe is an extension of myself. So I am very particular about how things taste and turn out, and I want people who taste my food to enjoy it, because it's basically a reflection of, I feel like it's a reflection of me. So I want it to be perfect. But on that day, it just was not. And although I was very disappointed, I'm grateful for that experience because I learned so much. And one of the things I learned was that, number one, to give yourself grace. I think that it's very easy, especially when embarking on something new. It's really easy to hold ourselves to such a high standard, but then, like, when we feel like we have fallen below that standard, it's very easy for us to beat ourselves up. So I just told myself, you know what, it's okay. It's okay. This is your first time of having done such a large order, and there were just factors that I could not have foreseen or have known, and things just happened the way it happened. So I gave myself grace. I said that it's okay. You know, next time, now I know what to do. But it just made me really realize how I think a lot of us, for example, like when we're on social media or on Instagram, it's very easy to see people who have reached a certain level of success and see this picture perfect image of people's lives. But I've come to realize that when you are embarking on something new or executing something that is greater than yourself, it will come with a lot of mistakes. It'll come with a lot of errors. It'll come with trying something and failing at it multiple times. And people don't show that. People don't show the messy side of what it takes to execute something new, to execute something that's is worth doing. Nobody shows you that side, but it is there. And this is basically to also encourage other creatives or people who are taking on a new project or want to bring a new idea to life. I think you should be aware that mistakes will happen. You will fall multiple times, but I've come to understand that your mistakes are not an indication of failure, but rather it was a moment in which you grew. And growth and making mistakes is very uncomfortable, but I believe that is where true progress and true transformation comes from: falling, realizing what happened, and then getting up and moving forward. So I know that in the future, now that this mistake happened, I know exactly what to do and what not to do to ensure that my next order and whoever orders from me in the future gets the absolute best for me, because I failed before, but then now it'll be whatever I do from now on is going to be a lot better because I failed. So this is just to encourage anyone that mistakes will happen. And also, number 3, I think I felt in that moment that, okay, I told these people that, oh, I'm a chef, I'm a caterer, and I really felt like, okay, when they taste this food, that is gonna make me look stupid, that it's like how I felt like, because I sort of told them what I do, then the food would make them feel that I'm not as good as I say I am, even though I know I'm good at what I do. And I think that happening, that mistake made me feel like I was less good, or I was less talented. But that is not true. Just because you make a mistake or something out of your control happen does not discount how talented you are. It doesn't take away from how good you are. It just shows that you're human, and mistakes will happen. And that mistake should not define who you are. as a creative or as whatever profession you're in. So that's something I really had to learn, that my mistakes don't make me any less of an amazing chef. So this is just a quick message, just encourage anyone who is embarking on a new journey, or maybe afraid to start something because you feel like you'll make mistakes. I'll tell you now, you will make mistakes regardless. It'll happen. You can't change it. If you want to grow, you have to make mistakes. You can't be perfect all the time. So it'll happen regardless, but also be aware to give yourself grace, that when you do fall and make a mistake, pause, learn that lesson, and move on. I think that also too, before I officially started my business, I think that one of the things that really held me back from starting sooner was then the fear of making mistakes and the fear of looking stupid. I think was something that I dealt with. And I think a lot of people also deal with that as well. And I think that's one thing that's holding a lot of people back, being scared of falling, being scared of not knowing how to do everything right all the time. But you can't let that fear hold you back. Because again, mistakes will happen regardless, and I'm learning to embrace the mistakes, because the more I fall, the more I make mistakes, the more I grow, and the more I learn. And the failure is not a reflection of who I am as a person. It's just the natural process of life. And I feel like anything worth achieving, anything worth going after, will come with mistakes. It will come with doing the wrong thing before you know how to do the right thing. So I hope that helps someone, and just know that whatever you're trying to execute right now, you're not the only one going through it. This journey of starting a business is really is a learning curve. So yeah, so thanks so much for watching. Until next time, bye.